in ages long forgotten. Light fought darkness for control of the world. It was Dark Dragon who led the evil hordes of darkness. But the ancients fought back with the powers of light. Dark Dragon was defeated and cast into another dimension. However, the Lord of Darkness vowed to return in 1,000 years. Time passed, and Dark Dragon was forgotten by all. 10 centuries of peace ruled the land of Rune. Until the kingdom of Runefaust brought war and fear to the realm. Hordes of evil creatures ravaged every land. Here and there, strongholds of good still held out, awaiting a hero who could wield the powers of light once again. Hey folks, my name is Rojo, and this is Shining Force, the Legacy of Great Intention. This is a game published in 1993 by Sega. It was developed jointly by Climax Entertainment and Camelot Software Planning, now known as Sonic Software Planning, as I guess maybe indicated by the bottom of the thingy there. But this game is, if you're not familiar with it, a tactical strategy turn-based RPG, and it is one of my favorite games from the era of 16-bit consoles. With that said, we're going to be doing things a little bit different from other playthroughs you may have seen in the past, and what that means is we're going to be only taking a certain type of companion in this game, in a sense. We're only going to be using a certain type of companion. We'll get lots of different characters that will join our squad, so to speak, and the ones that we're going to be taking will be casters only. So that means anybody who can cast spells. By my count, there are 11 of them in this game. We'll get them throughout the course of our playthrough, which leaves us with a slot for one additional person who we will... I'll reveal that person later, I guess. Let's put it that way. So anyway, let's get started here and make a new game. Wow, Dark Dragon? Ancients? Let's see now. What else does this old book say? 1,000 years have passed since they vanquished Dark Dragon. And this book says Dark Dragon threatened to return right about now. Oh no. I bet anything that Dark Dragon is behind the evil hordes of Runefaust. I need to tell somebody about this, but who would listen to a kid like me? I think Dark Dragon's coming back. Will you help us? Come on, it'll be an adventure. So this is just the basic new game screen. It's the only time that we'll be seeing this. Of course, I have a couple games in progress, so to speak, as I was testing stuff out. We'll make a new game, though. We will be Adventure 2. Now, canonically speaking, this is our main character here. Canonically speaking, his name is Max, so we shall name him Max. I think that'll be just fine. Alright, nice to meet you, Max. I'm Simone. Come back often and tell me everything. You need to get going. Evil spreads farther across Rune with every passing day. Alright, Chapter 1, the Runefaust Invasion. Max, come on, kid, wake up. I didn't hit you that hard. Keep your guard up, kid. Those beasts of Runefaust will tear you to pieces. Okay, that's enough for today. You'd better take it easy for a while. Alright, so this is our trainer slash mentor Varios, and what the game doesn't tell you initially is that we were found here at this abbey, washed up and half dead, I suspect, and we have amnesia. And our best friend, who we'll find up here, or who is now our best friend, Lo, has found us, and we've formed some kind of a friendship over time here. But anyway, well, Max, have you had enough swordplay for today? I don't know how you keep at it hour after hour. I'm dead tired after about 15 minutes. You and me both, buddy. What with all the swordplay I do in real life, which is 0, you have the makings of a great fighter, Max. You'll be tested soon enough. Lord Varios, the king has sent for you. You must come at once. Of course, lead the way, guardsman. I fear the worst, Max. Prepare yourself for true battle immediately. Uh-oh. Considering we can't even keep our sword up, doesn't sound very good. Did you see Varios' face? He went pale. Something really big is happening. Let's split up and see if we can't find out what's going on. I'll see you later. Very well. So now we have more or less free reign of the town here. Well, the game will basically go between 2 phases, town phase and then like a battle phase of sorts. We can read bookcases should we choose to. In this case, we have Path to Master Swordsmanship, Warrior Techniques, and many more books. We don't have to read the bookcases. I don't think we typically get anything for having done so. We can talk to people in town as well. I'm sick of feeling helpless. I'm going to ask Varios to train me to be a fighter. It's a very progressive attitude for you. Oh, what's a youngster like you doing moping around? Get out and fight evil. If only it were so easy. This will be our priest, basically. And this will be where we save the game. He's talking about having terrible dreams, of course, and I saw our land in ruins. Evil creatures roamed our halls. It seems so real. So we can't save our game here just yet. It's okay, no need. Back and forth, up and down. Man, I'm tired of guarding this chapel all day. Can we search the well? Nothing is unusual. Fair enough. Now, being an old game, there are lots of different secrets and stuff, and it rewards you a bit with, rewards you a bit for exploration. So it's good to do so when you have the chance. So the castle of Guardiana lies just ahead. Varus went just a while ago. Fair enough. What about you? Someday I hope to go to Monarena and become a mage. We will have the opportunity to see Monarena. Let's see, what does this guy got to say? Oh, what about you guys? An order from the castle, no one leaves. Fair enough. Have you seen my cart? It rolls away all the time. Needs new brakes, I guess. So we did see his cart, actually. It was, right up past, over there a little ways. We'll check that out in a second here. Bad times, my friend. Not a guest in 2 weeks. Seems like, bad things are indeed on the horizon. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, watch it, pal. How'd you like it if I tried to run you over with a cart? Suppose I wouldn't like it very much. Grr, woof woof, arf. Truly, this puppy is ahead of his time. Quite the philosopher. There we go, alright. What have you got to say? Sorry, but I'm busy packing. Grandpa's out somewhere. He has time to talk. Warrior's Code, all about weapons and many more books. Sometimes we'll find like treasure chests and stuff down here. Grandpa was once the best warrior in all of Ruin, but that was a long time ago. I have a sneaking suspicion of who that is. Hand axe techniques, hunt for the axe of legend, and many more books. So Grandpa, I believe, is going to be found to the east a little ways. Got a couple more people we can talk to here. We're all upset about our daughter's nightmare. Do you think it means anything? I don't know. My poor girl, I can't seem to calm her down. Move, please. I would like to speak with your child. As I'm invading your home, I had an awful dream. The whole town burned down and sniff. Our house too. That's not very good. In here we shall find the item shop, but we actually can't really do anything with these guys just yet anyway, so we won't worry too much about that. Now then, here we have... There are so many monsters outside the city gates, there's no escape. Okay, I guess that's why we can't leave. And here we have... Bid the old man no heed, youngster. His mind isn't what it used to be. Who are you? Hey there, youngster. My name is Gort. Care to hear my story? Sure. Thanks. No one talks to me anymore. All too busy. Want to hear a secret? Sure. Never trust anyone outside the city. Murderers and thieves, all of them. I ought to know, I used to be a great warrior. Bet all over the world. Why, I have half a mind to go out again. What if I got a good offer? So this would be, Grandpa, I believe. The greatest warrior in all of Rune, supposedly. Anyway, I think we've talked to enough people down this way. Let's head up to the castle. See what's going on up here. No one enters here without Lord Varro's permission. Okay. This is Guardiana Castle. I gathered as much. Watch out, Max. There are real knights training here. You might get hurt. Yeah, he's not wrong. The Guardiana Knights have no need of you, Max. Okay, that's just rude. We've trained until our arms are ready to fall off. When will we see battle? A wise warrior does not wish for battle, but he does prepare for it. These are my quarters. Find somewhere else to sleep. About up in the tower here. A great view from the top of this tower. You can see forever. Yes, it's an interesting tower, isn't it? So much to see and do. So this is actually an interesting thing about the game. There's like a little bit of like ancient sort of tech, in addition to magic and, you know, swordsmanship and all that kind of stuff. It's an interesting world. Now check out this guy. Max looks into the telescope. A huge eye! Aye! Whoa, you scared me for a bit there. I was just looking around and admiring the land. Lately I've seen moving people or creatures near the Gate of the Ancients. Oh, that'll be important later. Okie dokie. I think that's this area pretty well explored. We don't need to talk to all these knights. They're just various shades of rude and anxious, enthusiastic. I don't know. The king seems very worried. Do you know why? I do not know why. My guess is that thoughts of the Gate of the Ancients trouble our noble king. Who are you? Ah, greetings, Max. I'm May, Vario's daughter. The other knights feel that Father has wasted his time on you. We shall see. We shall indeed. Sooner than later, actually. What kind of treasure? I'm not sure. Something really valuable, I guess. Huh? Excuse me. Oh, okay. Hey, cut that out. You can't just push your way in here. Get out. Yeah, I mean, he's guarding the treasure room doing his job, so good on him, I suppose. Oh, here we go. That is the story, Varios. Then, Your Majesty, we have no choice but to send Max, a young fighter. You know, I'm right here. Oh, Max, good. I was going to look for you. First, listen to the king. What about you guys first? First, you must listen to what the king has to say. Okay, fine. For centuries, our people have watched the Gate of the Ancients as its guardians. Beyond that gate lies we know not what, not even if it is of the light or the darkness. But the ancients knew, and they sealed it beyond the gate and set us as guards. And now we find that we may have failed in our mission, our reason for existence. Well, that's a little melancholy. Or narrow-sighted, I should say. Signs have been seen that forces of Runefaust are at the Gate of the Ancients. Whatever evil they are planning, we must stop it at all costs, and at once. But we must not panic the people, a small group of young but skilled warriors. Yes, he could do it! He could leave town unnoticed and have a chance to succeed, perhaps. Yes, Nova, I agree. Max, will you take the task? Of course we will! Very well, now return to town and gather your troops. Come back when you're ready. My troops? Nobody ever said anything about troops. Grr, I'm so mad. Do you want to know why? I suppose. It's that Tao. How dare she call herself a mage? If she's a mage, I'm a footstool. I have some troubling news for you, my lady. You may, in fact, be furniture. Footstool Simulator 1993. Princess Anri is away in Monarina. Do you know about the land of Monarina? Let's say that I don't. Monarina holds an arcane college where the best mages are trained. What do we have in here? We got Monarina, Land of Magic, Attack Magic for Beginners, and many more books. That seems like some good reading. Your First Blaze, Pointers for Mages, and many more books. It's fun to read these books sometimes. Sometimes you get some goofy stuff. Your First Spark, Tales of Autrent, and many more books. Autrent is actually a person that we'll meet eventually. The Princess Primer, I was a tomboy princess, and many more books. Alright. Finally, we've got up here, I assume this must be the King's quarters. Take care, Max, it is more dangerous out there than you suspect, or so I've heard. Can we sleep in the King's bed? We cannot. We had to try. Alright. Now, as far as episode length goes, I'm not sure exactly how long they're going to be. I'm going to try to, I want to get some town exploration and some combat into all of them. Alright, wait, Max. Nova sent us. We're going with you. I'm Luke the Warrior. Ken the Knight, at your service. That's my name. I'll follow wherever you lead. I'm Tao. I'm only an apprentice mage, but I'll do my best. She is one of the characters we will be using. I am Hans, an elven archer. I'm coming, but don't put me in the front lines, okay? Luke, Ken, Tao, and Hans join the Shining Force. Meet us at headquarters back in the castle. Okie dokie. Oh, hey Max, don't try to sneak out of town without me. And we have Lo. We'll be using Lo as well. He's our healer, of course. If you hadn't gathered that by his priestly robes. Now that you have your comrades, return to the king to hear his final commands. I'll follow your progress and offer advice as you face the vile hordes of Runefaust. Well, that's settled. See you at headquarters. Okay, we just basically had to walk outside to get everybody to come chase us down. They found us more than we found them. But that is fine. We can run into our headquarters just briefly here. This is a place where we can do some basic party management and stuff. We actually can't, unfortunately, remove people from our party up until we have 13. Once we have 13 people, we can start doing that, but it'll be a while anyway. We can also, just like check status and all that kind of stuff, just look at people's stats if we want to. The other thing that we can do here is ask Nova for advice if we choose. We can also talk to some of our party members if we choose to. So yeah, that's the gist of that. They'll say things that are different over time between battles, but we probably won't bother to talk to them most of the time. I don't know that there's really any need to. We do need to talk to the king, though. And we actually never talked to this fine fellow. It'll never work. We're all doomed. I tell you, doomed. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. You have your troops, but you need supplies. Take this to purchase what you need. Max gains 100 coins. We're going to Vegas, baby. A cart will take you to the Gate of the Ancients. Go now and carry out your task. Okay, now we have permission to leave the area. So we shall do so, but not until we come up here. We can talk to that shopkeeper. He's in a bit of a poor attitude because there's no war going on because he's the weapons dealer. And of course, this item shopkeeper was referencing his attitude. So we can get deals in the shop. Sometimes we'll have an opportunity to buy rare items at the various shops. And most of the time we won't. So yeah, that's how that goes. So we can sell items, we can repair items, they get damaged. Those will be some of the special items that we get through deals or monsters drop. But for now, we just need some medical herbs. And I think we'll buy nearly as many as we can get. So this will be probably... we could probably get away with doing like 2 each. The reason for this is because we're only going to be using, initially here, 3 characters. Alright, that'll be 2 for her, and then finally, we've got 2 for ourselves. Now, our main character here, Max, he can actually cast spells. Right now he only has 1, it's called Egress, and allows us to teleport out of battle in a sticky situation. Even if we do die in battle, we just get teleported back to the main, or to the last church that we were at, or the closest one, I guess, would probably be more accurate. So, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. We're headed into great danger. Indeed we are. We'll go ahead and just save this real quick. Alright, record is complete. Will we continue our journey? We will indeed. We don't need any further assistance right now, though. We can do some other things at the priest, like promote units. Once units get to level 10, most characters can be promoted to like a secondary upgraded class that gives them a better stat progression and all that kind of stuff. But we won't be doing that for quite a while. We can also remove curses and resurrect people. Alright. The Gate of the Ancients. Max, goblins, Runefaust must be up to something. We can take them, Max. Move it, vermin. Find the key to this blasted door. Come on, we're almost in. Where is that blasted key? I think they would have figured this out before they got here. What? Blast it! Those fools from Guardiana are here. Oh my, earthquake. Attack, goblins and dwarves! Strike a blow for the honor of Runefaust. Okay, now this is the part where we have to send some of our party members on vacation. So I'm going to take care of that, and we'll be right back after that's been dealt with. Okay, so we sent the rest of our party out on vacation, so we have the characters that we will be using in this playthrough. However, we have one thing that we kind of need to do. We're going to cast Egress, we're going to go back to town, and we're going to go pick up somebody that we didn't have the opportunity to pick up initially on the way out here, because we got transported by the cart. So unfortunately, we'll have to walk, but it's not so bad. There's no monsters or anything, there's no random encounters in this particular Shining Force game, so we don't need to worry about that too much. However, you did probably notice this little hut on the way over. We have somebody here that we want to get. I am Gong. I have fought the evil of Runefaust for many years. I will aid you. Gong joins the Shining Force. So this is Gong. He is a monk. He's also a healer, as part of being a monk, which means that we can use him. Essentially, he's a spellcaster, but he's also a fairly capable fighter as well. In addition, we have this fellow over here. Greetings, Max. I've been waiting for you. This is Yogurt. He won't join us yet, but we will get him eventually, not to worry. And I'm thinking he's going to be our 12th man, so to speak, our 12th member of the Shining Force. He's not a spellcaster, but he's a special character, and you'll see why when we get him. Strange things are in the woods, they gave me the creeps. Well, what a surprise. Rarely do we have guests in such a remote area. I am a friar, though I may not look it. How can I help you? So we can save our game here, that's fine. Alright, now that we have Gong, we're prepared to do this battle. This very first battle, finally, at long last here. All we have to do is get out of conversation with that guy, there we are, and get through the door, there we are. And finally, we can just go right over here and begin. Alrighty. So I did a little bit of a test run with this first battle, and things went pretty well. But we are playing with a far smaller team than normally we would, so anything can happen. We could end up failing miserably, but I'm hoping that that is not the case, of course. Ooh, we can actually get in an early attack against this guy. That sounds just fine to me. Good start, 7 damage. So experience points. We'll get less experience points for hitting an enemy and more for actually getting the killing blow. But the way XP works is every time you get 100 experience, it rolls over and you get a new level and it starts back at 0 again. But as we level up, weaker enemies will start to give less and less experience points. So you can't just sit and farm enemies sort of ad nauseum to get levels, at least not very easily. You'll always get at least 1 experience point anytime you do an action in battle, I think. You know, be it an attack or a killing blow or a miss even. And Lo's actually kind of a capable fighter for this particular battle against these goblins. Not against much else. He's gonna get hit here a little bit, that's okay though. Luckily, these guys are gonna stay in formation pretty well for us, so we don't need to worry about them too terribly much. We do, however, need to worry about conserving Tao's magic points here. I'm actually gonna let Lo get that kill. See, the thing is, like, healers can fall behind, with the exception of Gong to some extent. They can fall behind pretty easily. So we don't want... I'm just gonna have her chill out over here, I think. We don't want our healers to fall behind, which means anytime that we can set them up to get a killing blow, we should allow them to get it. Because the other fighter is going to get killing blows all the time. Tao is going to get killing blows all the time. But the healers do have one thing that will sort of compensate. I don't think I want to move him there. We'll just have him hang out for a minute. The healers do have one thing that, XP-wise, that helps them compensate in a typical playthrough, which is anytime they heal anybody for at least 1 hit point, they get like 10 experience points, basically. And that is sort of how you're intended to level them up. It's kind of a pain in the ass, truth be told. Alright, a little bit of damage there. Not super duper worried about it, but we're going to have to heal up before we go engage the rest of that main force up there. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to tackle it. I can't remember what I did last time, so... Oh dear, I don't think we can move low there safely. So we're just going to... We're actually just... Let's start healing. I think that sounds like the best course of action. We want to keep Max at full HP as much as possible because... There is a catch. If other members of the party go to 0 HP, they just get KO'd and we can resurrect them. But if Max gets KO'd, that's GG. We get sent back to town, much in the way that our egress spell sends us back to town. And that is not really ideal. We have to start the whole battle over and everything. I was thinking about having Tao heal Gong, but I don't think I will. These guys aren't going to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Gong hopefully finish this guy off. Ooh, we get to go twice here. Actually, no. Well, yeah, we'll still have Gong finish the guy off, but I was going to say, and then he can heal himself, but Lo can heal him as well. That's totally fine. And Lo could use a heal as well, but we'll have to wait for that a little bit. So I think if we move up 1 more space, those guys will attack us. And I'm counting on that happening, in fact. Oh, a crit! A deadly attack, 8 points of damage. Would rather he save that for one of the dwarves, but take the damage when we can get it. And he gets to go again immediately. That usually doesn't happen either. So we'll put Gong out here as a bit of a sacrificial lamb, see if they take the bait. They do indeed. Do have to be a little bit careful. Those dwarves are really dangerous. They can often attack twice, and also they do a lot of damage with our current defense stats and everything. I just figured I'd have Tao come in and do a hit. Might as well. Let's see. What's your HP at? I think I'm just gonna heal him. We have healing herbs. Is what we bought the damn things for, and extra healing means extra XP, so there's really no downside. There's no way we're gonna run out of healing herbs in this battle before it's over. We'll just probably straight up die before that happens. Now I'd like those doors to get a little bit closer so that I can hit them with Blaze, ideally. I'm thinking if we attack this guy, maybe Gong could finish him off. We'll see. No, we're not doing enough damage for that. Yes, there we go. That's what I want. That dwarf is being quite cooperative. I'm actually just going to go ahead and use a medical herb on him. like I said, more healing, more XP. And actually, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, using a healing herb will, in fact, give healer type characters the 10 XP that I mentioned for healing somebody. Now, these blaze spells are very important. They're what's going to allow us to maybe kill these dwarves in a timely fashion here. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and finish this goblin off with max. Might get a level out of this as well. Yeah, there we go. 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 speed. Not a very good level up, all things considered, but happy to have it nonetheless. Now, I think Tau can finish off that dwarf, but so could Max. So I'm just going to attack him. I'm not sure how much damage Gong will do. Yeah, only 2 points. It's not very much, but that might be enough. We'll see. It's certainly enough for Max to be able to finish him off. And oh, that dodge is huge, especially considering the potential double attack there. And I'm actually going to attack this dwarf again with Gong because I might be able to just straight up attack him with Low or Tau to finish him off. I don't think that knight ever moves. So, unfortunately we just can't quite reach him. What a shame. It's okay, we'll have Tau go ahead and drop a fat blaze for the remaining magic points on this dwarf to get him set up. And she's getting really good XP out of that as well, which is nice. This is actually probably going to hurt quite a bit. Ooh, yeah. Lucky you didn't get a second attack there. I want Low to finish that guy off, so I'm going to move Max around here, and I'm going to actually attack this dwarf. He should be able to finish him off, I think. Yes. Excellent. Good amount of XP as well. Alright, and then Low can come in this way. And get this guy. 1 point of damage, but it's all we needed. And he gets level 2, but no, he gets no stats? Son of a bitch. That doesn't happen often. That's really bad. I think he literally got no stats. How is that possible? That's not something that you see often, but hopefully we don't see it ever again, because that is going to get us killed straight up. Like, at least a magic point or 2 would be nice. Jeez. And yeah, I'll attack this goblin. I think Tau or Gong should be able to finish him off, so... Oh, okay. Never mind, we'll finish him off. Good amount of XP from that, actually. Gong is in a position to heal himself, although actually I want to make sure... Yeah, he's close enough that he can move up and attack that knight when the time comes, so that's fine. I'm actually just going to hang out. I think I'm going to heal Max up to full HP as well. And I might even heal Low, just to use all of it. I'm going to use all of our healing, just to give us the most XP possible here for starters, and also just to try to mitigate a little bit of risk. Yeah, not worried about Tau. She's basically useless at this point. You know, she's done her damage, and we're actually going to be relying on her magic bar a fair bit early on here, so I'm hoping she gets some more levels soon. It's an okay level, not great. At least for Gong, anyway. So we'll just, we'll have Low stand here. But yeah, Tau is going to be good for, you know, maybe that clutch, like 1 point of damage or something. And that's about it. Okay, so that's going to be the last of Gong's magic. And I think we're at a point now where we want to go ahead and try to attack these guys. Or this guy, I should say. I will move Tau up a little bit, just in case. And actually, this is good timing. The knight just got to go, so Max should be able to come in and do some good damage. And we'll definitely be able to kill this guy. Oh, we're level 3. Attack increased by 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Defense by 2. Speed by 1. Hit points by 2. Magic points by 1. That is an incredible level up. Nicely done. We could actually heal him for a little bit more XP on Low with I think another medical herb. But I think I'll save it for the next battle, because I don't know that we're going to get to go to a store again. So at least not until after this next battle that'll be coming up. So we'll just do it this way. 13 XP from Gong for 1 attack, not too shabby. Ooh, and actually Low could come in the back here. I didn't realize. Might as well have him take a swing. 2 damage, yeah, not bad. More than I expected. I was expecting just the 1, honestly. Now please, please, please don't get crit or double attacked. Thank goodness, holy crap. Alright, Max will finish this guy off. Normally I would let somebody else do it, but I can't take the risk with Max so close to death. So, fools, you have won here, but Lord Cain of Runefaust is even now attacking Guardiana. Bum bum bum, more earthquakes. If that creature spoke truly, we must return to help defend Guardiana. Okay, well, that's the first battle down. We did a lot of town exploration, good intro to the game, all that kind of stuff. But I think that will be it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, particularly since this is a new series, please feel free to share the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, etc. If you want to see the rest of the series, I would certainly appreciate it. But until next time, my name has been Rojo, and thanks for watching.